up points and pick up a couple of extra rounds and last the 12 rounds and win the fight, or you've got Purrity who's got to pick up the work rate or wait for the opening to land a big punch. And that really is assessed, if I'm not wrong in looking at it that way, Bert.
Yes, I go along with that, Barry. I think that Saunders was quite happy to win round after round on points without taking any undue chances. I think the emphasis now is on Purrity. He's got to do something and do it soon. He's far behind on points. Yes, he does hit hard, but he's not throwing enough punches. And his work rate has never been good enough so far.
So Saunders it will be who will use the majority of the ring where possible to flick out that right jab of his to keep Purrity at bay. And Purrity will be the one that will want to unleash the right on the target as soon as he possibly can without exposing himself as well, because if he does that, then Saunders will be on him like a rash pretty quickly to take a chance of maybe landing his left that is also pretty damaging. So it's really a game of cat and mouse, really.
It's almost like a game of chess in many respects. But Purrity may be leaving it a little too late to make whatever effort he's going to make in this fight. I mean, a head-to-head, but very little work being done. In fact, just the odd slap coming from Purrity to the body of Saunders.
Saunders allowing Purrity almost to lay on him. Then again, you don't really want to lift off 113 kilos too many times. That saps the energy on you.
Well, every now and then we see Saunders goes to work. You see a spurt of punches, uses both hands. And that assures him of winning the round.
That's what you've got to watch. Be careful in Saunders' case to make sure the uppercut doesn't do too much damage.
Scott and Charters.
Left to the face, the left to the body, the right to the shoulder.
Saunders, according to our scorecards, at ringside here, well ahead on points, and everything to go for Ross Purrity from the United States of America. And it's got a reasonably good record, only 23 fights. He's certainly 33 fights rather. He's won 32 of them. He's won 10 of those by knockout, so he has got a big punch, as was said in his publicity blurb. Oh, and the slip from Saunders, that really did open himself up. That could have been devastating.
Well, Purrity tried to take advantage of that, but wasn't quite quick enough. But now he's stopped and his punches go. Good right hands from Purrity. They rock Saunders as he's backed up against the ropes.
Well, Purity's got him on the ropes here, and believe you me, 2 or 3 of those punches really did shake Saunders, and he had to cover up very quickly. So he took advantage of a slip from Saunders, and Purity's all over him. However, Saunders might have absorbed a little bit of that, but he has to be watching out very carefully and not be careless. There's still a lot of strength in that right of Purrity. So once again, a little bit of a mauling. And both boxers almost taking it in turns to throw punches at each other.
Well, at least we saw in that exchange that Purrity does carry a big punch. That's highly dangerous for Saunders, but he's simply not throwing enough.
Saunders is very aware of that now, having been caught a couple of times on the side of the head. Oh, that's a good right into the chest region and of Saunders. I'm wondering whether, as we go deeper into the fight, whether Purrity is at all at home, although he's very square onto Saunders. I'm wondering whether he's very at home with the southpaw stance and the movement and the circulation of going away from the right hand of Saunders, as he is now.
Could be a problem for him. But if he does have a good right hand, one would have thought he'd make more use of it, particularly against a southpaw.
Opens him up, absolutely right, Bert. More exposed to a southpaw.
What is it? You either have a sharp view cam, or you need one.
There were a few right hands as well, you didn't see, but that was a good round for Purrity.
Saunders gets that right jab, rather, going being the southpaw, gets that right jab going again. It's that sort of jab that can slip through the defences like that onto the head of Purrity. And it's those punches that will score points for Saunders. That's a good left-right jab again from the southpaw.
Yes, he went to the head and then he went to the body, and as Purrity dropped the glove to protect the body, he went back to the head. Very quickly indeed. Smart move on the part of Saunders.
Corrie Saunders, during the course of the 1-minute respite between rounds 8 and 9, looks to me as if he's had a big chunk of grease stuck in his left ear. Might have been opened up a little cut or a little nick or something in his ear from one of those punches. And once again, it's Purrity's turn just to slug away at the body on the ropes. And Saunders is allowing it to happen. And now he tries one of his own, digs deep into the body of Purrity. It really is a game of cat and mouse, this fight. Both boxers, I think, aware of the fact that if they open themselves up, either of them can deck each other. And that's always a cautious arrangement for both boxers, just to amble around the ring. They ambled into it, and now they're ambling around it to be very aware of each other's ability to probably knock out each other, which means that they are overcautious, and this leads to this type of fight.
Yes, and I think Saunders has got a lot more respect now for Purrity following the bombardment he absorbed in the previous round. He's certainly shown a lot more respect for the American. He's not as active as he had been. And once again, as I say that, he starts to throw a few punches, but they're not really telling blows.
And they're not clean enough. They're not really crisp enough, that one, though, and that could have been a disaster for Corrie Saunders. Just got out of range, just covered up in time. As Purrity let off one or two big bombs that he needs to do now because he's well behind on points. And he's going to lose this round as well as we move in to the end of round number 9 after winning round 8. I think Purrity's lost.
The best in college hooker money order 2, New York Knicks yearbook. 2 Penn Plaza, New York, 10121. Attention, Debbie.
Motivation, do it for me, said Harold Fulbrecht. And Corrie Saunders was told really to just keep that jab going, keep it going and make sure you can dig deep. Come on, just 3 rounds to go and it's yours. And I think that's probably right too.
Yes, I would agree with that. He could easily be heavyweight champion of the world, WBU version, at the end of the 12th. Oh, that's a nice jab from Saunders. Knocked back the head of Purrity in between the gloves of the American.
Saunders is moving. And I think his corner's probably just looking at the clock at the moment. It's almost like watching the clock on a big football game, and you're just ahead, but know that you've got such a good team that you're up against that you could suddenly lose a big pass and get a goal scored against you. But you're just hanging in there, waiting for the referee's whistle to go, and you know you're going to be the champions. And that basically is, I think, how Saunders is looking at this at the moment. He's jabbed his way through so far. He's ahead on points. He's got everything on his side, and now doesn't have to be careless or stand and take too many punches like that. You're into that phase of the fight again, Bert, halfway through the round, when it's now Purrity's time to throw a few punches.
Yes, neither man working overtime, I might add.